Motovloggers, anybody who like GoPro cameras while motovlogging, this video is for you guys. This is something we've all been waiting for as of June, July 2026 for GoPro to release the microphone kit for the Mission 1 Pro and the Mission 1 cameras and the Mission 1 ILS models. I obviously have a Mission 1 Pro right here, and I'm like, man, you can use USB-C microphones with the Mission 1 direct to the USB-C port of the Mission 1 Pro and Mission 1 cameras. I'm gonna try to include you Mission 1 guys, because not everybody could get the Pro or needed the Pro for that matter. In this box, I got GoPro's latest offerings that we're about to quickly access, because I ain't trying to do that the right way. I was trying to get up in there like a caveman, make sure there ain't nothing else in here, toss it. GoPro packaging. We got the wireless mic complete kit. I know you guys want to see what actually comes in the complete kit. GoPro doesn't do a very good job at advertising their products and giving you like hardcore detailed specs like another brand I know does, Insta360. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to the Meta glasses, and I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do a quick unboxing, and then we're gonna get on that guy right there and do a couple of 90, 100 mile an hour hits with the microphone inside the helmet, wireless to the Mission 1 Pro. So you guys is motovlogging, you're probably wondering like, man, do we finally have a waterproof solution for us long distance motovloggers, short distance motovloggers, anybody who would like to motovlog, but maybe it might rain, you might be out there recording and it rains. You don't want to use a USB-C port with the receiver, because it does have a USB-C receiver, and it has the 3.5 millimeter style receiver that you can use if you have, you know, your Mission 1 Pro inside like a media mod, which we're still waiting on GoPro, or the kit that it came with that they offering people with that little body, camera body, whatever you call that thing. So let's get this unboxing. Let's go. Let's see what they got. Okay, off the rip, guys, I love the form factor. I love the form factor of this GoPro microphone kit. And you guys are gonna hear what it sounds like in a second. Yes, you can connect it to your cell phone. Yes, you can connect it to your tablet or computer via USB-C or 3.5 millimeter jack if your device has such items or such features. Oh, that's even cool. Look, I forgot to show you guys the little magnet. It's got GoPro in it. GoPro's accessories look really, really good. Something about this microphone kit. This thing is tiny. At first, I thought it was an imitation of the Mic Mini because of how small this thing is. But you guys seen the video clips. This is physically smaller than the Mic Mini. It's quite a bit smaller actually than a Mic Mini. I can't wait to get on that guy and hear how this thing actually sounds when connected to the Mission 1 Pro. Now, I can go further and connect it to like the Mission 1 Pro with the USB-C connector and with a 3.5 millimeter connector, because shout outs to another company named Insta360. They released a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter microphone adapter. Very underrated. If you guys want to see more on that, I will put it on this channel so you guys can check that out. I just haven't even unboxed it yet. Now, something else you motovloggers may be interested in other than this microphone kit, because we're going to get to that in a second. As far as on the motorcycle, I'm going to go at speed, like I said. Before we get into that, is the GoPro remote, the waterproof remote. You guys want to have this on the handlebars. If you guys are the type of people like myself who like telemetry data, the Mission one is the best camera.
This is literally the best camera
For having telemetry data in your footage. It's a shame GoPro don't give us different telemetry data designs like another company does, Insta360. But if you want to have your speed, you want to have the Google Maps thing, there's a little bit more that comes with the Google Maps part, because you can actually have Google Maps show on your footage in the GoPro's Quick app. If you're using that app, I'm not sure about any of the programs for your computer or PC or something like that, but if you use the GoPro Quick app, you can add telemetry data and you can have the Google Maps show up, but you need to have that device hooked up to the internet so that the actual streets and everything, like how you would see it on Google Maps, will show up in your video. So let me go on ahead. Let me get geared up, okay? Before it starts raining out here, let me get geared up. I do have a big old powerful magnet inside of my helmet. Now, this is something that I want to tell you guys. The helmet that you guys use when motovlogging, the type of bike you guys are gonna use while motovlogging, the type of weather, complicated, right? The type of weather you're going to be riding in while motovlogging. All these things are going to determine how well or shitty your motovlog audio sounds. And one more thing, GoPro, you guys got to communicate with people. Y'all got to ask motherfuckers, hey, when we make this microphone kit, what shall we do with the microphone kit? How the form factor should be. You guys did a really good job on the size of this thing, but me having the windsock on the microphone and I can't close the microphone inside the charging case, that's a no-go. It's 2026. Why are we dealing with this? DJI, Mic 3, windsock. Come on, GoPro. Look, you see that? The 3.5 millimeter cable inside, okay, it fell out, but that's because I was just rough with it. That doesn't normally happen. 3.5 millimeter cable inside with the magnets on the end, with the magnets, my guys. Come on, 2026, you see that? Ooh, the windsock. You guys had to have, y'all cannot just be you can't tell me you didn't know this was a thing. You can't tell me that you didn't know that this was a thing. You can't tell me. This is what the people expect, my guys. This is what the people expect. Let's get on a damn bike. And connecting the Mission to the microphone. All you gotta do is turn the microphone on. It's in Bluetooth mode. Triple tap the one button on this microphone. This microphone has one button. 3. And now it's on receiver mode, okay? You put it on this mode where it's flashing green when you're gonna connect to the USB-C receiver. Or any of the receivers for that matter. So we're gonna triple tap to go back to regular Bluetooth. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna hold the power button until it turns off. Looks like 3 seconds. Now we're gonna hold the power button on until that blue light flashes rapidly. So it's gonna turn on, and then it's gonna flash rapidly. All right, there we go. Then we're gonna get our Mission camera, and this will go for any of GoPro's cameras that will accept Bluetooth audio. We're gonna go connect device, and it's gonna find it. Booyaka. Before we go on this ride, I need to introduce you guys to my helmet. This is a HJC RLPA 90. I got some vents right here. I got a vent in the back, and these things are all important. Like I was explaining to you guys, the helmet type. I got a vent right here that's open and closed. So there's the mouth vent, and then I got the top vent right here that allow air to come in through the top of the helmet. Now, something about motovlogging, the more vents you have open, the more noise you introduce into your video. So that's important, okay? The mount, this is a chin mount right here. It has reinforced, per my definition, adhesive. I've purchased this chin mount so you guys can do what you will with that. I'm still using the mount, so there's that. But it doesn't have the original adhesiveness in it. I basically took a GoPro adhesive from GoPro, because those mounts, like, you have to damn near burn whatever you mount GoPro mounts to. You have to damn near burn them off to get them off. So I went on ahead after the chin mounts failed. Good thing that it was when I was motovlogging, I had the Ace Pro 2, which you guys know is somewhat of a heavy camera. That guy's heavier, aka the Mission 1 Pro. And this thing just fell off. I was motovlogging, all of a sudden I felt weight come off my helmet, which is how heavy it is. And I was like, what the heck was that? The camera had fell between my legs on this guy at like 75 miles an hour. So, reinforced 3M adhesive from GoPro themselves, yours truly. And I have the Insta360 quick release mount. All of my cameras, to include the Mission 1 Pro. If you guys haven't seen that video where the introduction video, I'll put the link to that in the description below, because there are some good points in that video that if you guys are interested in the Mission 1 Pro and you just happen to not see my video, maybe you should take a look at it.
All right, peoples, listen to me. We're gonna get back on this. We're gonna get on this bike right here, and we're gonna moto vlog. This is like my, I don't know how many times I've shot this video, and it's, look, it's even raining. I don't even care. We gotta get this video off. So earlier today, I'll show you a little bit of footage. Earlier today, we had an issue on stand where my side case then fell off the bike. I didn't secure everything properly, and that's what we got out of that, right? We're gonna get this guy up out of here. I need to get my motovlog going, y'all. I spent all afternoon trying to get this video to you guys. I spent all afternoon, y'all, getting this video. Hurry up and close. I spent all afternoon getting this video prepared for you guys, and then the freaking microphone, this GoPro microphone, is not working. What exactly do I mean when I say it's not working? Well, in order for this microphone to give you audio with the Mission 1 Pro via Bluetooth, same thing if you want to do it with the receiver, whether it be 3.5 millimeter or through the USB-C receiver, you have to turn the camera on first, turn the microphone also. You got to turn them on first, let the camera connect to both, and then start using them. Now the competitors, let's talk about the competitors very, very briefly. DJI and 360, right? Those microphones, when you turn them on, if they were connected to your camera, to your DJI camera, or if you had the mic Air, if you had it connected to your Ace Pro 2 or your X5, it will turn the camera on automatically as soon as you turn the microphone on. But for some reason, GoPro didn't figure that out. By the way, we're using low light mode right now because obviously it's dark, so we want to be able to give you guys the best footage as possible. So you guys are getting a 2-for-1 on this one. You're getting low light moto vlog video, and you're getting an audio test. I do not have a windscreen on this bike, so once I get up to about, well, we ain't gonna get to 50 miles an hour because this thing can barely get there on its own power. But I will ride with the visor somewhat open to allow a little bit of wind to get inside the helmet, just to kind of show you guys the resistance to wind. Now, something that I like about this microphone, because there is something to like about this microphone, is that it does have a noise cancellation button. So or a noise cancellation feature where it'll basically take out all the extra noise in the audio and just kind of isolate your voice. So here we're going to do it like this. I'm going to press it. Boom. And this is what it sounds like when you have that option on. Now I have no idea how it sounds because it's my first time actually trying it out. So we're kind of field testing this together. I hope it sounds pretty good because sometimes these things can go wrong. I think the microphone itself, it's a good sounding microphone, guys, but the connectivity to the Mission 1, having to turn them on first before they can properly work, where the audio that the microphone would give the camera won't give the camera audio until you turn them on organically. So I cannot use the quick capture feature with this microphone because, I mean, you can, and it'll show you that the microphone is connected just before it starts to actually record, but the audio is not recording to the video. Even though I have it set to make this Bluetooth microphone the primary audio source for all videos, it still doesn't do it. I can't believe they did it. This is one of my favorite little alleyways. I love how they got these little paintings on the walls here. Let's get this thing up to some sort of speed so you guys can hear what this thing is going to sound like if you were on an actual motorcycle, like a full-size motorcycle. My visor is cracked open. I'm going to close it right now. Okay, so this is the visor closed. The mouth vent is open. The vent on the top of the helmet is open. This is how the audio sound. This bike is kind of loud, so I guess it does help with the test in general. Another good thing GoPro got perfect is the GPS functionality on this camera. That GPS works perfectly fine, guys. It's really good. It's responsive and it's instant. As soon as you turn the camera on, that GPS is showing you the exact speed that you are already going. It's right on point, man. Right on point. So what I like about this, I've been waiting for GoPro to put this microphone out because I'm like, man, we need that wireless audio, man. So when us motovloggers, we can ride and it's raining. Like you see, it's a little wet right now. You got a little bit of raindrops, drip, drop, drippity, drop, drop on the windscreen. I'm not worrying about that because the microphone is inside of my helmet. That doesn't allow water to come inside as long as I keep my vents closed. So this is a great motovlog idea, but it's not working because, again, we can't use quick capture. Us motovloggers, we don't always have the camera recording. Sometimes we gotta have the camera off to preserve battery power, and then boom, we just gonna hit the quick capture button, which is cool because look at this cop just sitting here. The quick capture button is cool because it allows us to just quickly, it allows us to quickly get the videos going. All right, let's get this cracking. I think we have the camera on. Oh shit. I think we have the camera on. Oh shit. Dude and bust his butt. Got the camera set to wide settings, especially on motovlog. I usually like to shoot linear, but that's for like vlogging and personal videoing. When I'm doing the whole motovlog, I like to make it wide. It does go ultra wide, but I feel like it's just a little too wide. We are using manual mode. I don't see the option where I could change it to automatic, so we're just gonna have to do manual. Get out of the garage real quick. Decibels at -3. When we do go to the USB-C receiver, we are going to change that to we're going to do the gain, automatic gain. No, you know what, we're going to keep it simple. When we go to the USB-C receiver, we are going to keep the settings on manual just so you guys can hear an actual difference. between using Bluetooth and the USB-C receiver. Now, GoPro states that they use a high definition, so to speak, Bluetooth connection. They use some sort of like, I don't know, high frequency or high something Bluetooth connection between the camera and this microphone kit when it comes to Bluetooth audio. So you guys can probably tell right now, at this moment, my visor is wide open. You know, like I always say in these videos, the helmet, the motorcycle, the wind, like the direction of the wind and the conditions you're going to be riding in, all these things are going to depend on how your audio sounds. So I don't have any noise reduction on because, as you can see with the Navi, when I put noise reduction on, it made me sound modulated. So I'm going to put more focus on protecting the microphone. You can see I'm doing about 50 miles an hour right now. We're going to get up to the typical United States highway speeds before I start making any adjustments. It's a good time to tell you guys that windscreen is at the lowest position. My visor is wide open. This is what you're gonna get. So now my visor is closed, windscreen is still at the lowest position. This is kind of how it sounds, 66, 67 miles an hour roughly, with minimum wind protection sounds. Now I'm gonna raise the windscreen to normal ride height. This is my normal ride height. You can hear how much quieter it is, and I actually lowered my voice because I realized that I was talking kind of loud, and the microphone is literally right next to my mouth right now. So this is how it sounds if you have a sport touring bike or a bike that could raise or lower the windscreen, and you put it at your normal ride height. This is how quiet it is. Now I could go a step further and raise the windscreen even more. And I stayed away from behind the pickup because I want the full wind to hit the bike so you guys have realistic, you know, the most realistic sounds possible. Now I'm gonna raise the screen all the way up to the highest level. And you can see it's pretty quiet in here. I mean, I can hear myself think. Minimum noise passing through the helmet. And this is how it sounds. This is what you could expect your audio to sound like. Again, sound settings, adjustments for audio is minimum. I do have it on voice when it comes to the audio settings in the camera. So I have it on voice priority. And then when you go to the other settings, it's on -3 gain. That's about it. And I do have clipping control set to on.
I want to show you guys some of the physical differences. One thing that's just standing out to me is the weather resistance of the GoPro microphone kit, just in general. Some of the competition, like the DJI Mic 3. Let's just look at the Mic 3, for example. You can see the receiver, no weather resistance at all. Everything is exposed. I always keep saying that if a water drop got in on those buttons, it would ruin it. The Mic Mini, just a close competitor to this GoPro microphone because of the size. Again, really small. You can see the batteries, they don't have silicone buttons. There's no weather resistance to these buttons. Again, I haven't heard a single person have an issue with any of these microphones with getting ruined because of weather. Not saying it doesn't happen, but I haven't heard anything on that. So take what you will with that. Then you have the GoPros. The weather resistance with these microphones and the receivers with the GoPro, it's just better. It's not completely weather resistant, but they are much more weather resistant. This thing was right up on my mouth like this in the helmet. If you guys want to know exactly, in my helmet, it was like this because, yeah, it was pressed up. It wasn't pressed like against my face, but it was like right on my face, like right here. So if you guys want to know, the magnet inside the helmet, I could have turned it this way, but it was pushing more into my mouth. So having it straight up like this or having it like this while it's magnetically connected inside of my helmet, this was how it was during the video. I'm about to close this video out. There's a lot to talk about. I am going to do a video on the Mission 1 Pro that is basically going to be telling you guys things that they don't tell you. I'm sure I mentioned that earlier in this video. This right here, if you did want to go connected, this is all, you can leave the receiver plugged into this adapter, and then whenever you want to go wireless with the receiver instead of Bluetooth, this is it. This is all you got to do. And if you're vlogging, this is going to work. However, you lose the connectivity to, or you lose the access to that USB-C port. So you got to make sure you have a full battery. But if you get that battery charger that I was telling you about, that I'm about to show you right now. We got this Telesin battery bank. So this is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that has 2 openings for 2 GoPro Hero 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and Mission 1 Pro, obviously because the Mission 1 Pro uses the same battery as the Hero 13 slots. This thing does come with the adapters for the older style GoPro batteries, which is from the Hero 9 to the Hero 12. Pretty decent. It charges the batteries kind of quick, not super fast. Okay, I think it's like 15 to 20 watt charging to the Hero 13 batteries. Obviously the older GoPro battery is going to take longer because they do not have fast charging. I think they charge it like around 5 to 8 watts, something like that. So do what you will with that. But if you guys like to travel a lot, this is going to be very useful because you can just put this in your backpack and you'll be able to get at least roughly around 8 charges, 6 to 8 charges on your GoPro batteries. Obviously that is going to depend on, because blah blah blah, your moto vloggers or anyone who just likes to just record out in the open, and you don't want to always have to reach for your camera because maybe your camera's mounted somewhere where you can't just quickly just hit the button to start a quick capture. Well, you have the waterproof remote. You can dive with this thing. I think it goes down to 33 feet deep, as well as the camera. Well, the camera can go 60 feet deep, but you can dive with this bad boy. And this works with basically all GoPros from the Hero 10 as what's listed on the box, from the Hero 10 all the way up to the to the Mission 1 Pro. So if you guys don't want to have to reach for the camera all the time, you want to mount the camera somewhere, maybe you're on a motorcycle, maybe it's on a car, maybe it's just on a bicycle, and you guys just don't want to have to reach for the camera because the camera's just in an inconvenient location, bam. I am going to make videos on all these things, especially the Bluetooth connectivity, because I also want to know, can I use the remote and still use the microphone via Bluetooth? Can the Mission 1 Pro handle that kind of stuff? Can the Hero 13 handle that? Can the Hero 11, the 10, can they handle all of that stuff? Probably not, but we're going to find out at some point. And the ND filters, okay? This is a 4-pack. Yep. It's got the 8, the 16, the 32, and the 64 ND filters in here. They do have an automatic recognition feature. There's like a little chip or something on all of the ND filters. So the camera itself, as far as the Mission 1 Pro goes, it knows which lens you have on the camera. So you don't have to do it. You don't have to go into settings and make manual adjustments. It'll make automatic adjustments for you. But if you did want to make your own manual adjustments to the, maybe you have a specific shutter speed and stuff like that you want to pick, you can do that as well. But if you don't want to mess around with that, put the ND filter on. The GoPro's like, oh shoot, you got an ND16 filter on, and it makes the adjustments for you. So anyways, I'm going to close the video out right now because I been giving you guys a lot of information. Some of you guys probably only wanted to see how it sounded on a motovlog, or wanted to hear how it sounded while motovlogging using this microphone. Unfortunately, the magnetic connector was very unreliable. It just wasn't working all the time. So I had to just cut that part of the video out because it was only recording from the internal microphones of the GoPro, which you could imagine at that kind of speed with the wind reduction set to off sounded like boo-tay. Okay, so I'm going to make more videos, obviously with USB-C connectivity, so you guys can hear how that sounds. This is the Mission 1 Pro with the, let me bring that thing down a little bit. This is the Mission 1 Pro with the USB-C connection straight to the camera. This is how it sounds. Now, it's not as windy as it is when you're moto vlogging, but I couldn't get that to you guys. I couldn't bring it to you, so I'm bringing it to you this way. Probably doesn't sound too bad. If you want to use this method, the safest way to use it is with the magnetic dong on the side of the camera. But it hasn't been reliable because I've shot the motovlog version of this video with that USB-C connecting charging connector. And although you can use it to transfer your video files from the camera to your tablet, your phone, your computer, although you can use it to charge the camera and that's always been reliable. The charging part is reliable. You can use it to charge the camera or keep the camera charged or keep the camera powered while using it. And this goes for the Hero 13,
the Mission 1, the Mission 1 Pro, the Hero 12, 11, 10, 9. I think it stops at the 9. But it hasn't been reliable for the audio. I've been connecting it, I've been riding, I've been shooting. I get back to the house, I pull up the footage, there's no sound. Only the sound from the built-in microphones of the camera, which you don't want to hear that at 75 miles an hour. So do what you will with that. GoPro does, and maybe some other third parties, they offer a pass-through USB-C door. So you're gonna probably need to get that if you want a more stable, reliable connection. Get the weather-resistant pass-through USB-C door. You may have to get an adapter, okay? Like a USB-C adapter, like a little small one like this one right here. And plug the receiver, USB-C receiver into that. Take that part and plug it right through that USB-C pass-through door. And now you have USB-C audio. And being that the GoPro's microphone kit in general seems to be more weather resistant, you should be able to get away with that in most scenarios as far as like the ambient conditions go. But this is how it sounded with the USB-C. So it was very unfortunate that I couldn't give you the USB-C version of this video while motovlogging, but you guys got to at least hear what it sounds like in a windy condition. I'm here in Wyoming, so that's all I got. Check out the links in the description below. I got my Jonasegway Tutorials channel where I'm gonna, on that channel, I basically kind of like show you guys how to do certain things. If you want to know how to use a certain, add a certain feature to your videos, if you want to take noise reduction out, depending on what type of editing program you're using, you may or may not be able to do it. By the way, this last section of the video, shout outs to GoPro. This has been used, I've been shooting this part of the video with the USB-C receiver, with the microphone inside of my shirt. Volume is on 0 gain because there's just 3 buttons. You got 3 different settings with the USB-C receiver. You either got -12, 0, or +12 gain settings. And so it's on 0 right now. This is how it sounds. Anyways, check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Shout outs to G's Moto. Check out her link in the description below as well. And I'll see y'all in the next one.